What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Now, I want to give you an update on Bitcoin because its price just made a really interesting move this morning that could have some pretty strong implications of where its price is going to go for possibly the next few days, if not the next few weeks. And so, with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. Now, guys, don't forget, if you do want to trade some Bitcoin yourself, you can use the Coin W link down in the description below. You're going to get up to $30,000, and you don't have to KYC, meaning you don't have to give them any of your personal information. You just deposit your funds, and you can start trading and again win up to $30,000 in rewards. And on top of that, we're going to give you free access with the verification group down in the description below, so that once you sign up for CoinW, you're going to get free access to this trading group, in which comes with spot trade signals, swing trade signals, scalp trade signals, charts, market updates, live streams, live trading sessions with pro traders who are way better than me. There's a general chat for people to chat in. I mean, there's so much value here, so don't miss out on that. Again, guys, do use the CoinW link down in the description below. Go sign up, and then of course check out the trading group below it once you do complete that. But overall, let's kind of jump into Bitcoin and see what is going on here. So what we can see is that Bitcoin over the last about 8 hours made a very interesting move and attempt above the 618 to 786 bucks that we've been talking about for the last few days. You know, I told you all, it will be incredibly important now that Bitcoin has broken through this descending channel for it to be able to clear this previous high around $67.3 thousand. But I said the only way that we get there is that we clear the 618 to 786 bucks, and that this is going to provide us a very strong point of resistance that's going to try to stop us from getting there. It's going to try to stop us from making this move to the upside, and that's exactly what you can see is happening. We got this move straight up, basically. Then we started going sideways. Where? The moment that we got into the zone. And it just goes to show that this is an important zone, and we're not just pulling up random lines and charts and talking random shit. We're not yapping, right? This is a clear zone of resistance, and it's a clear zone of consolidation because it is clearly, resisting and consolidating the price. Well, what happened is that Bitcoin tried to make a move above this zone, right? And I think that that's important to pay attention to because it just goes to show that the sentiment is still upwards. The sentiment is still that the market wants to move upwards because the bulls did try to get it above here. But what it says is that right now we're just not strong enough. This attempt that we made was not strong enough. Maybe it's because we tried to melt through it, so it took buy pressure to even get up here, and then on top of that, now we needed even more buy pressure to break this zone. And because of that, of course, the bear stepped back in, the liquidation started, and boom, we started to get the price forced back to the downside. And so, of course, knowing that and having that in mind, I would go ahead and say that this is something to be somewhat slightly concerned about, okay? The reason it should be slightly concerning is the sense that if we're not able to break this zone, don't forget, the opposite is going to happen. If Bitcoin's price is not able to clear the 618 to 786 bucks, it will be rejected by the 618 to 786 bucks. And generally speaking, that can be pretty substantial. That could put Bitcoin going back down towards $60,000. That could put it going down another 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9% to the downside if we're unable to clear this zone, and we did just have a failed try to clear that zone. Now, all hope is not lost, right? This does happen every now and then. We do see moments in which we wick above it, we come back down, the bulls regain momentum, and then break straight through it because they build up that buy pressure, and then they just smash through the bears. That is very possible. What you have to do, remember, is that there are still a shit ton of liquidations above us, right? What you have to remember is that $67.3 thousand, strong liquidation zone. $70,000 or $71.6 thousand, strong liquidation zone. And when you have liquidation zones that are this big and they are this important, and people are clearly going to get smashed if the price goes up to these levels, the likelihood is that the market will generally move in that direction. You can see it right here a little bit. Let me actually go out. Sorry. There we go. What you can see a little bit is where we are right now was a strong liquidation zone. When we were down here, that like right in this little area right here, this was bright yellow, just like these. And you can see we worked our way straight up to it to liquidate the people who, of course, were having those short trades without enough protection on them, getting them liquidated here. And I think that is still possible here, and I still think that is possible up here and here. So because of that, and knowing that we do have those liquidation zones still, in my opinion, we're still in a position in which the market could easily rally again. It could easily build up some support and make that move, but it clearly tried and it failed, and that's something you need to be aware of, because that could entail that maybe momentum is slowing down a bit and some type of cool down is possibly on the way that we need to be ready for. And so just a general update. Okay, you guys know my general sentiment is upwards. I don't really care what happens that much in the micro, but I just like to keep you guys up to date. Overall, my strategy has not changed. I personally am not accumulating right here. I just don't think this is the best time to. You guys know we were doing buying on this thing way down into these lower areas. We were using HG algo, and I mean buying into this dip before this pump, buying into this dip before this pump. And where we are right now, just it doesn't entail a good buying opportunity to me. I think that if I was going to buy, I would either go go long on this thing once we clearly break the 786 level, or I would add to my long-term portfolio once we did get some type of pullback towards the $60,000 level, because I think that a higher low would be established and a continuation upward would be possible. And so because of that, this is an accumulation zone for me. I just don't think it's the best time to be buying. I'm just kind of sitting back, waiting, and allowing the structure to play out as it's supposed to, and watching to see if we're either going to break through this zone or get rejected by this zone before I do make my next move. And so with that said, as I mentioned before, I will continue to update you as this does play out, and all I need from you is just to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss the next video, like this video so more people see this one, and of course tune in whenever I do post another one in a couple hours. But of course, I hope you guys did enjoy, and I can't wait to see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.